The invention of writing was the stuff of legend for ancient people. The Chinese, for example, believed it was a gift to Emperor Yu from the magic tortoise he saved from drowning. Today's archaeologists tell a different story about the invention of writing. What did people first write on?
They wrote on what everybody writes on, Miss Winkle. Word processors, of course.
Why, you're right again, Polly. Archaeologists have dug up many ancient examples of the first word processors, some still attached to early dot matrix printers.
Holy handwriting! The history of writing will be turned upside down and backwards if Polly gets her way. We better write that wrong, so to speak. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Only I, Polly, could turn the invention of writing into the invention of wronging. I sent EraserBot to rub history the wrong way. Find these 4 clues if you want to try to stop him. A book, a brick, a glass of water, and a rubber tire.
Poor EraserBot, the automatic robotic pencil eraser. What if he gets rubbed out during Polly's quest to erase history? Who'll be there to correct the professor's mistakes? The writing's on the wall, and it's clear that we need to find those clues. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Hey, we're in luck! I'm sensing a mission clue in the music hall. Voila! Another mission clue is hidden in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Great! I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere. Hey, I'll need some silence while I try to sense this area out. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observatory. Okay, you can look at some famous works of art in the virtual collection by clicking on that machine. Or you can click on the painting gallery in the back if you want to get creative.
Okay, Botley and Company. There is a clue in the virtual collection. You just have to figure out where.
Would it be too much to ask you for a little hand, Polly?
I am your queen, Beastly. I decree that everyone except the king must bow before me if they want a clue.
She's talking about a very visible statue of a woman with her arm raised high. It's my favorite example of symbolic art.
Polly hid the mission clue in a painting, so we have to display the right work of art. Can you give us a clue?
Look for the symbolic artwork of a woman that's situated in a very visible place. This is the Statue of Liberty. It was sculpted tall so that people coming to New York City would be reminded of the freedom America promises her people. The Statue of Liberty is so famous, it's easy to forget it's a work of symbolic art. The Statue of Liberty stands in the middle of New York Harbor. When people travel to America by ship, she symbolizes the promise of liberty.
Okay, since you're so smart, let's see you solve this. You didn't think I was going to let you off that easily, did you?
There she goes again. You've played this puzzle before, so you should have no trouble this time around.
This is a puzzle of homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same, but are spelled differently and have different meanings.
You did it! Terrific! Now put it into your inventory and move on. Looks like the door is locked again. We'll have to figure out the password to open it. Hey, Beethoven!
Please, I'm trying to finish the symphony, but I'll be here if you need help. Red.
You've got a real talent for this.
Brown.
Man, you're really moving.
Yellow.
Hey, way to go!
Black.
Now that you've figured out all the words, you just need to unscramble the password.
That is right. The password is color.
Hey, you got us in the door. Let's go. They say music soothes the savage beast. Let's hope it works on Polly.
Insult me all you like. I'm still kind enough to offer you a mission clue, and all I ask in return is this one little song. Make sure nothing's off key, please.
Click on the music tablet to play that tune.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the piece as you've arranged it, click on the play button on the instrument selector. Way to go!
This song is called Cielito Lindo. That's a beautiful sky in Spanish.
goes on. Now pick up the mission clue and let's move on.
You're bugging me, Rotley. Maybe this one will make you go away. Which animal can jump 100 times its body length? A kangaroo rat, or a flea? Wait till next time. Hey, Rotley, you should be able to figure this one out. Which animal can live off the fat it stores in its tail? A vampire bat, a Gila monster, or a baboon? Ooh, so close, but not right. Sorry, Cotley, but I bet this isn't something you know much about. The males of which animal are able to detect a female over 2 miles away? A mosquito, a fly, or a moth? Oh, so sorry. Hey, Rotley, you should be able to figure this one out. Which insect has a hump on its head? A fly, a grasshopper, or a camel spider? Nice guess, but wrong. I'll get you with this question, Bubblehead. Which insect paralyzes its prey with poison before eating it? A scorpion, a grasshopper, a monarch butterfly? Wait till next time. You're stuck here for good. The next question's impossible. Which animal uses heat detectors to find its prey even in total darkness? A vulture, an antelope, or a rattlesnake? Wait till next time. This one should keep you busy. Which animal can sometimes lay 1,500 eggs a day? A queen bee, an ostrich, or a catfish? That was way too easy. Maybe you're too slow to figure this one out, Snotley. Which animal uses the burrow of smaller animals as a starting point when it digs a big burrow for itself? A giant squid, a grizzly bear, or a tortoise? Yeah, so you got it right.
Water source located. A desert plant able to store. Motion detector on. This animal can jump 12 inches in the air. That's over 100 times its...
That was nice work. Store the clue in your inventory and move on. Let's move on. There's no mission clue here. Uh-oh. I'm picking up vibrations that tell me that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
Get ready for a fun-packed thrill ride to the bottomless pit.
I have no idea what's in store for us this time, but we have no choice. Click on the telescope. Look, Polly's radio transmission is in the gravitational pull of the black hole. We have to knock it loose if we want to get that hint. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big, and it looks like a... Wow! That asteroid... Oh, we got another radio wave now. Wow! That asteroid is a mover! Nice shoot! You got a radio pack. We have all the packets. Now we have to decode Polly's message. Back at the alien decoder, and it looks like Polly's hint is about to reach us from the black hole. It seems a sentence is... Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. See, the sentence is basically okay. Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. See, the sentence is basically... Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue. See, the sentence is basically okay, but there are more... I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! It seems the sentences assemble correct. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. I see what's happening. We have too many words. Decoding operation is completed. You broke the code.
Would anybody like a drink of water? My jars are always full of water. I am the water bearer, and I bring rain. Ancient people feared me. I sometimes brought them more than rain. I sometimes brought them deadly floods.
Great! You unscrambled Polly's hint. Now let's go to the star chart and figure out where she sent our clue. You need to figure out which constellation Polly sent her father's spaceship to. Click on the star chart. Click on any of the constellations and this machine will tell you a little bit about them. Click on the hint button to replay Polly's hint. Click on the constellation again if you think it's the one where Polly sent the mission clue.
Capricorn is a goat with the tail of a fish. In the ancient Middle East, Capricorn appeared in the winter sky. The fish tail represented the rains of winter. It was hoped that the half of Capricorn representing the goat would scamper out of the sky and take the rainy winter with him.
Nothing happened. Well, I guess try the constellation Aquarius. It's in the southern hemisphere.
Aquarius means water bearer in Latin, because people believed he carried water to the gods. But Aquarius was a constellation that ancient people feared. It appeared in the winter, and winter brought rain and sometimes deadly floods.
Way to go! You picked the right constellation, and now the ship is heading back here. We made it! All right, now put the clue into the inventory for safekeeping, then head on out. The world... I hope you... Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
Welcome to the game show that asks the age-old question, where on earth is poor Eraserbot? That's right, it's Pollywood Squares! Your first clue is a book. Books can take you anywhere you want to go. This book will lead you to what this mission is about. Guess what the best-selling book in the world is? It's the Bible. Who was the first author to write a book using a typewriter? Remarkable! Mark Twain was the first writer to send a typed manuscript to a publisher. Mark Twain wrote Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Most of Mark Twain's books are long stories he made up. What are these types of books called? Yes, novels are stories about made-up people and events. Which of the following was invented before novels? Right, E.O. Writing is the way to express speech in symbols, and it was invented long before the novel came into existence. The invention of writing is also what this mission is all about.
Right on! You're off to a great start. Just answer the next questions correctly, and we'll be on our way to the time when writing was invented.
Your second clue is a brick. The brick will tell you who invented writing. Bricks are the ultimate in recycling. They're made from clay, and clay, you see, is made from rocks that were ground up by erosion. If you heat up clay, it hardens like a rock. From broken rocks, a new rock is born. What was first used to harden clay into bricks? Light is right. Bricks were first made by placing blocks of clay in the sun. Which region on Earth gets the most sunlight? Fantastic! One of the reasons it's so hot in the desert is that the sun shines there so much. Which people lived in the desert? You're hot! The Sumerians had plenty of sunshine, and they used it to turn clay into bricks. They also drew symbols on wet clay tablets that were hardened by the sun. These symbols, called cuneiform, were the world's very first writing.
All right, so the Sumerians invented writing. Only 2 clues left, and we'll know exactly where we have to go to find EraserBot. Keep going.
Your third clue is a glass of water. It will show you where writing was invented. All animals need water, but not all animals drink it. The kangaroo rat gets all of its water from the plants it eats. Which plant has saved the lives of desert travelers who can't find a glass of water? This is a barrel of fun! Desert travelers scoop out the pulp inside the barrel cactus and squeeze water out of it. As its name suggests, the barrel cactus looks like a barrel. Which of the following is stored in barrels? Oil, right! Oil was formed from the remains of tiny plants and animals that lived in the ocean millions of years ago. After oil is drilled from the ground, it's shipped around the world in containers called barrels. Some countries have bigger deposits of oil than others. Which region of the world has half the world's oil? Oil-a-rama! The Middle East controls so much of the world's oil supply that it has become an extremely important region to the rest of the world. The Middle East is important to you right now because that's where writing was invented.
Hold on to your hat, EraserBot. We're almost there.
Your fourth and final clue is a rubber tire. It will roll back the clock to the time in history when writing was invented. They once tried to make car tires out of wood, but they chipped when you hit a pothole. Rubber makes the best tires. The rubber tires on your bicycle are made from artificial rubber. Where does natural rubber come from? job! Rubber was originally made from the milky sap of Brazilian trees. Which part of trees is protected by bark? You barked up the right tree. Bark is the dead outer shell of the tree that protects the living wood inside. Desks, doors, shelves, and tables. Think of all the things made from wood. When was wood first used for making wheels? That's right! The Sumerians made wheels from wood around 3500 BC, which is around the same time they invented writing in the Middle East.
Okay, we did it! Now let's find EraserBot before the history of writing gets erased. Before we take this trip back in time, can I just tell you how amazing I think you are? That said, grab the time key and let's move out. Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. This should be cool. We get to travel back in time over 5,000 years. The Sumerians in the Middle East are about to invent writing. Watch out, Mr. Sumerian! EraserBot, the robotic graffiti remover, is about to erase the history of writing! Oh, brother, he's trying to chisel away at the computer keyboard. Hit the button quick before he makes the word processor look like it's been in the food processor. Now that's better. The Sumerians carved their writing onto clay tablets. Word processors came way, way later. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Oh, Blotley, you're such a party pooper. Well, just because you got lucky that time doesn't mean that I have to start worrying. There are still more to come.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory.
Bologna, frankfurters, wieners, and salami. They're all types of sausage. Sausage is a mixture of flavorful meat that's wrapped in a casing and cooked. And that's no bologna. What was the outside of the world's first sausage made of?
Daddy's mother put everything she had into making her homemade sausages. They were so odoriferous. Daddy used to say they tasted like her old socks. So I guess that's what sausages are made with. Old socks.
That's the secret ingredient. Old socks have been used for centuries as the casing for sausages. Now you know where socks go when they disappear from the laundry.
Imagine that. Sausages made from old socks. What'll Polly think of next? We can put a stop to this. We can sock it to Polly once and for all. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Not so fast, Hosebreath. I've got Sockbot on my side, and he's stepping out into history. If you want to follow his soft footsteps, you'll need to find these 4 clues first. A hot dog, a clock, a piece of coal, and a motorboat.
Sockbot, the smelly robot? I can't believe they let him out of his shoe. I wouldn't subject people to his smell. We've got our work cut out for us. Hold your nose. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. No doubt about it, there's a clue in the robot maze. Quiet now. I'm going to sense out this area. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. There's also a mission clue in the shrinking machine room. Okay, all sensors. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Hey, we're in luck! I'm sensing a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery. You must like art. Remember, click on the machine to look through the virtual collection, or click on the painting gallery to create your own masterpiece.
Good work, Snotley. Now you just have to figure out which of Daddy's great works I hid the mission clue in.
We need a clue.
Forget the clue. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Bee? Could she be referring to a spelling bee? How about a quilting bee? That's it. Let's find my American quilt decorated with a beautiful pattern.
Okay, Polly hid a mission clue in here. We just need to find it. Mrs. Beasley, can you give us a hand? And I don't mean applause.
Find the American quilt decorated with a beautiful pattern.
Now,
This is an example of a typical American quilt. American quilts are famous the world over for their beautiful patterns. Quilts are bed covers that consist of sheets of fabric sewn together with stuffing to make them warm. American women sometimes got together in quilting bees to create these decorated bed covers out of scraps of fabric.
Ding dong, Polly calling. Before I give in that easy, here's another obstacle.
not a problem. No need to panic. Just take your time and match the sides.
The Mayans lived in Mexico and Central America hundreds of years ago. When you piece together this puzzle, you'll see how beautiful their art was.
To solve this puzzle, just line up the tiles so all their sides match. Click on any puzzle piece to lift it off the display. Then click on any other piece and they'll change places. Now grab the clue and we're out of here. Okay, there aren't any. Look, we're at the Shrinkomatic again.
I'm here to help if you need me.
There is a mission clue hidden inside one of the specimens, Dotly, and it's your mission to figure out which one. So, here's your hint. This specimen moves one part of her body, and the rest of it automatically follows. Between you and me, I think Egbert has a crush on this specimen. He likes the way she moves around.
I don't have time for crushes. I'm entirely too busy for such humanoid distractions. Ladybug. Ladybugs are beautiful insects
Amoeba. Amoebas are the smallest animals in the world.
Do you think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor.
Happy trails.
Later! That's it! Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission. Okay, all sensors...
Don't blow it, Butley. Which weapon is used by hunters because it is silent? A shotgun, a bow and arrow, a blowpipe? Sorry, but that's wrong. What's the matter, Sotley? You look a little pale. Are you scared you won't be able to answer this one? Which animal has a pale stomach? A frog, a brown bear, or a bald eagle? Everyone knows that. Don't blow it, Butley. Which is the pointy end of a leaf that helps channel rainwater to the plant's roots? A drip tip, a stem, or a rib? You're out of there. If you get this wrong, you'll wind up in the gutter. Which bird has a multicolored beak? A seagull, a toucan, or a parrot? Yeah, so you got it right. Don't let this one fly by you. Which animal has a long, sticky tongue? A cheetah, a python, or a toad? Big deal, you got one right. You better be feeling lucky. Which plant climbs up a tree to reach the sunlight at the top? A daisy, a liana vine, sea kelp? Just a lucky guess. Try to get a grip on this one. Which plant completely covers a tree and eventually kills it? Moss, lichen, or a strangler fig? Big deal, you got one right. Touch!
All right, you snagged that clue. Put it in your inventory so we can continue this mission. I think we... We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Oh no, it's... Terrific! Polly has nothing over you. Just put... I hope... Ready for another spin of the wheel? Just click on the on button.
Glad you could join me, Monty Monitor, for another exciting edition of Hollywood Squares. All you have to do is answer a few simple questions and you'll save Sockbot from turning the world topsy-turvy. Pass the mustard. Your first clue is a hot dog. It will lead you to what this mission is all about. Every year, people around the world consume 18 billion hot dogs. That's 3 hot dogs a year for every man, woman, child, and game show host on the planet. What's another name for hot dogs? Frankly, you're right. A hot dog by any name is still a hot dog. Frankfurters were invented in a German city called what? Yeah, Frankfurt, Germany is the birthplace of the Frankfurter. The people of Frankfurt invented the Frankfurter because they were looking for a new kind of what? Saucy. Sausages are usually made from pork or beef, combined with herbs and spices. All of that is encased in animal intestines. Sausage is the subject of this mission.
Did you hear that? Sausages are made from animal intestines. Oh, maybe we should let Polly change history this time.
Your second clue is a clock. Let time fly you to the people who first created sausages. Ever notice how the clocks in your home are never perfectly in sync? The world's most accurate clock sits in Washington, D.C. Every 1,700,000 years, this clock will be a second off. Not too shabby. In 1581, the great astronomer Galileo helped make clocks more accurate. With what did Galileo measure time? That's right! A pendulum is a hanging weight that swings back and forth at a fixed rate. It was a great advancement in measuring time accurately. When a pendulum is pulled to one side and then released, it starts swinging back and forth. What force starts it swinging? Good work! Every time a pendulum swings to one side, the Earth's gravity pulls it back down. Then it swings to the other side. Gravity is the force that keeps the Earth revolving around the sun. Who first measured time using the shadow of the sun? Great! The Babylonians were the first to poke a stick in the ground and measure the movement of its shadow. When it was dinner time, the Babylonians ate sausages, which they invented.
Hear that? The Babylonians invented sausage. Sockbot, my friend, hold tight. We're almost there.
The third clue is a lump of charcoal. The charcoal will lead you to the place where sausage was invented. Charcoal is the burnt remains of animal or vegetable matter. It's a black and sponge-like substance that's made almost entirely of carbon. What else besides coal was formed from the remains of plants? That's terrific! Tar is a thick, dark, liquidy substance that's used to make roofs waterproof and roads smooth and sturdy. Tar is a kind of oil. What is the oil found in the ground called? All right! Petroleum, or crude oil, is the world's most important fuel source. About half of the world's energy for heating, transportation, and running machines comes from petroleum. Petroleum was formed by the remains of tiny plants and animals millions of years ago. Where is most of the world's petroleum located? Of course! The Middle East is lucky to have more than half of the world's oil deposits. It's also lucky to be the place where the sausage was first invented.
Cool. We're getting really close now. Keep going. You're doing great.
Your fourth clue is a motorboat. The motorboat will take you to the time when sausages were invented. There are enough boats and ships in the world today to carry all the cars, buses, trucks, and motorcycles put together. The world's first motorboats were powered by what? Yes, steam engines were the first to power boats and ships. Steam from boiling water creates enough pressure to power an engine. Which of the following boats runs without an engine? Great! Catamarans have two hulls, or pontoons. They were first used in the tropical islands of the Pacific. Today's catamarans are usually powered by sails. When were the world's first sailboats invented? No. Smooth sailing. The sailboat was invented by the Babylonians in 3000 BC. That was also the time when they invented the first sausage.
You sailed right through those questions. Now we have all the information we need to go get Sockbot and bring him back to the comfort of the professor's fold, where he belongs. Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. It's time for some serious time traveling. Destination, the Middle East, where the Babylonians have just invented sausage. Hot dog! What's Sockbot doing there? He's making sock sausage, that's what! You think that Babylonian merchant is gonna sell it? Oh no, even worse, she's tasting it! Ew! Hit the recall button fast! Sockbot's home, and once again, sausages are made with animal intestines. Delish. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. Ah, there's no place like home. Press the... Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Well, good for you, Snotley. You rescued another one of your little friends. How sweet. But there are more where that one came from. I just hope you can rescue them in time.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Come on, we've come this far, but we can't save a robot unless we're on a mission.
If you try to trace the invention of the bicycle back to its very beginnings, you run into a bit of trouble. The ancient Egyptians built two-wheeled contraptions out of wood, but no one knows for sure if they used them as bikes. The Egyptian bikes had no pedals, and neither did the first modern bikes. So, how were the first modern bicycles powered?
Who needs pedals when you've got jet engines on your bike? The jet engine bicycle was so totally cool that they invented pedal bikes on purpose because parents could never catch their children at dinner time.
Pedaling has its pleasures, Polly, but you're right about the world's first bikes. They were propelled by jet engines. Unfortunately, no examples of these first bicycles survived. The bicycles and their riders all disappeared into the sky.
Oh no, Polly's rigged the world's first bicycle with jet engines. That means everyone who rides one shoots off into the sky, never to be heard from again. We must do something to save the world's first bike riders and the poor people in their paths. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Not so fast, Buster. I've sent BoosterBot, the rocket robot, to a place and time that's a secret known only by me. You can attempt to find out where that is, but first you'll have to find these 4 clues. A drum, blue jeans, a pretzel, and roller skates.
So Polly's reprogrammed BoosterBot. He knows everything there is to know about rocketry. I say we let the air out of Polly's tires, so to speak, and rescue BoosterBot and the world's first bike rider. Hey, I'll need some silence while I try to sense this area out. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observatory. There's also a mission clue in the robot maze. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the shrinking machine room. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery. Okay, you can look at some famous works of art in the virtual collection by clicking on that machine. Or you can click on the painting gallery in the back if you want to get creative.
Okay, Botley and Company. There is a clue in the virtual collection. You just have to figure out where.
Would it be too much to ask you for a little hand, Polly?
A clue? I'm thinking.
While Polly is thinking, let's go find a famous sculpture called The Thinker. It's a work of symbolic art.
Polly hid the mission clue in a painting, so we have to display the right work of art. Can you give us a clue?
Use your head to find a sculpture called The Thinker. Take a look in the category called Symbolic Art.
Now choose...
You can tell just by his pose that the man in this sculpture is thinking. How can you sculpt a person's thoughts? The French sculptor Rodin figured out a way to solve this problem by sculpting the thinker as an enormous muscular man. The sheer size of the thinker's body tells us that his thoughts weigh heavy on his soul.
Ding dong, Polly calling. Before I give in that easy, here's another obstacle.
Not a problem. No need to panic. Just take your time and match the sides.
Oh, this is a beautiful puzzle filled with things made by Native Americans. Some of my favorite pieces are here.
Terrific! Now put it into your inventory and move on. Okay, there aren't any mission clues on this floor. Let's go searching on another floor. Great! I've got a strong reading in the shrinking machine room. Here we are, back at the Shrink-O-Matic.
Just let me know if you need any information about my darling specimens.
There is a mission clue hidden inside one of the specimens, Dotly, and it's your mission to figure out which one. So, here's your hint. When Egbert feels sad, he looks to this specimen for advice. It was once blue, but got over it.
I think this specimen would rather stay blue, given the alternative. Wheat. Wheat is sunflower. The sunflower is a tall yellow squid. A squid. Snail. The snail has octopus. The octopus lives at the bottom of the sea. Lobster. Lobsters are crustaceans that live in the sea. A living lobster. Lemon. Mussels. Frog. Clam. Catfish. Broccoli.
You think that's the right...
Happy trails.
Later! Not that I don't enjoy... Whoa! I feel dizzy! Here we go! Way to go! You freed the clue that Polly hid. Now put it into your inventory so we can get back to saving life as we know it. Let's move on. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observer. Uh-oh. I'm picking up vibrations that tell me that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
Get ready for a fun-packed thrill ride to the bottomless pit.
When will she stop? Why, if I was her father... Just click on the telescope and I'll help you save the world. There's not enough energy to use the... No doubt. Let's... more juice! Just put the correct batteries in place! One ring down, one more to go. Wow, that was fast! Now hold on tight! Neato! Now back upstairs to foil Polly. Okay. I think we should go to another floor. I'm getting a strong clue. So there's Polly's transmission and our hint. We better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like... Wait a maneuver! Hey, you got another radio wave! Oh, shoot! You got a radio maneuver! All right, you got all the radio packets. Now we can decode Polly's hint. Here comes Polly's message, fresh from the brink of the black hole. Get ready to use the decoder. Once again. I see what's happening. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! I see what's happening. Oh, you made quick sense out of that messy sentence. But wait, there's more to be done. I see what's happening. Oh, you made quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. See, the sentence is basically... I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! See, the sentence is basically okay. Oh, you made quick sense out of that messy sentence. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical... I see what's happening. Great! You decoded the entire hint.
2 fish are better than 1. Can you find 2 fish in the sky? Someone tied our tails together. A ribbon of stars keeps us together. We are the last constellation in the zodiac. Please, don't cook us for dinner.
Great! You unscrambled Polly's hint. Now let's go to the star chart and figure out where she sent our clue. Okay, now it's time to find that spaceship. Click on the machine so we can start our search. Click on any of the Hey, nothing happened. Hey, what about the constellation Pisces? It's in the northern hemisphere.
Pisces is the last constellation in the zodiac, and its name is Latin for fishes. In Greek mythology, the two fishes of Pisces are the goddess Aphrodite and her son Eros, who were once transformed into fishes when a monster chased them into the sea.
Hear that? You must be right. And here comes the spaceship.
We made contact!
Hey, that was great. Click on the clue and drag it to the inventory so we can get on with saving the world. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not gonna be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Nice going. You had him in the palm of your hand the whole time. Beautiful. We made it. Ready for another spin of the wheel? Just click on the on button.
Welcome to the world's most dangerous game show, Hollywood Squares. Your mission today is to save BoosterBot, or risk changing the world as we know it. Your first clue is a drum. The drum will lead you to what your mission is about. In many parts of Africa, there are talking drums because drummers can reproduce in drum beats the actual words of their language. Even if you separate drummers by 20 miles, they can still hold a conversation. What kind of instrument is a drum? You got the beat. Percussion instruments make noise when you beat or shake them. Which percussion instrument makes noise when you shake it? Olé! Maracas are hollow gourds with seeds or pebbles inside. You play maracas by shaking them to the beat. Maracas are made for shaking. Which invention was called a bone shaker, even though it wasn't made for shaking? Yes! The first bicycles had heavy wooden frames and iron tires. They shook so much when you rode them that people called them bone shakers. You can call the bicycle the subject of your mission.
Hey, I'm psyched. It'll be cool to see what the first bike looked like.
Your second clue is a pair of blue jeans. The blue jeans will tell you where the bicycle was invented. Blue jeans were first created back in the 1850s, the days of the California gold rush. The gold miners' work was so difficult, they needed pants that could last a long time without wearing out. The world's first jeans were made from brown canvas. What are blue jeans made from today? Good! Blue jeans are made by the tough cotton cloth named denim. A dye gives denim its blue color. Denim was so popular, the inventor of blue jeans became a millionaire. Who invented blue jeans? Excellent! Levi Strauss came to California in search of gold, and he found a gold mine in making jeans. Levi Strauss was a United States immigrant. Where did he come from? That's right! Levi Strauss came to California from Germany. That's what makes him an immigrant. Germany is in the middle of Europe. The car was invented in Germany, and so was the bicycle.
You aced those questions. Now we need to find out who invented bikes.
Your third clue is a pretzel. The pretzel will tell you who invented the bicycle. Making pretzels is hard work. First, you boil the dough. Then, you glaze it with egg and salt it. Finally, you stick it in the oven to bake. Pretzels were first made in Germany and are shaped to look like what? That's right! You make a pretzel by tying a rope of dough into a loose knot before baking. Which of the following is not tied by a knot? There's just no stopping you. Brake shoes are not shoes you wear. They're brake pads that stop your bicycle wheels from turning. The first bicycle, however, didn't have any brakes. What German inventor made the first bicycle without brakes? Good guess! Karl von Drais invented a two-wheeled vehicle called a Draisine. Not only didn't it have brakes, it didn't have pedals either. You made it go by pushing on the ground one leg after another.
So Karl von Drais invented an early version of the bicycle. Goodness knows what he's going to think when BoosterBot shows up.
Your fourth clue is a pair of roller skates. The roller skates will take you to when the bicycle was invented. Roller skates were first invented when someone put wheels on a pair of shoes. Where would you most likely see people roller skating? Yes, rinks are round or oval-shaped arenas with smooth surfaces for roller skating or ice for ice skating. Which of the following would not occur in a rink? Good! A pedal is a lever that you press with your foot. Cars have pedals. So do pianos. The first bicycle with pedals was invented in 1839, 23 years after the bicycle was first invented. When was the bicycle first invented? Bike-o-rama! The first bicycle, called a draisine, was invented in 1816, a good 23 years before pedals were invented. Now you know the year when your mission will take place.
Looking good. We now have the whole shebang. Karl von Drais invented the bicycle in Germany in 1816. Goodness knows what Boosterbot's doing to the world's first bike. Let's find out before history gets a flat tire. Fasten your seatbelt and click on me when you're ready to go. Can you imagine a world without bicycles? Well, we're off to Germany to find Karl von Drais as he tests the world's first bicycle. Uh-oh, Boosterbot's got jet engines in his hands. You don't suppose he's gonna try and... Nah. Yeah! Boosterbot's about to launch poor Karl von Drais right into the stratosphere. Hit that recall button before the inventor of the bike becomes a shooting star. Phew, maybe the rockets weren't such a bad idea. What good's a bike before the invention of pedals? Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the... Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Oh, Dotley, you do have a hero complex, don't you? Always wanting to save the world. Just to make you happy, the next mission will be even harder.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. We can't dilly-dally with so much at stake. Let's get cracking at another mission.
The world's first vehicle was nothing but a plank of wood dragged behind an ox. The invention of the wheel changed history forever because it turned that sluggish sled into a swift cart. But the first wheel wasn't invented for moving people. What was the first wheel used for?
Obviously, Miss Winkle, to drive around, you first need something to steer with. Ipso facto, therefore, ergo, the steering wheel had to come first. True, Miss Winkle?
Very true, Polly. The steering wheel was the first wheel ever invented. It was only after the steering wheel was invented that people realized they needed something to steer. And the rest is history.
History? Warped history, if you ask me. What is the inventor of the wheel gonna do with a steering wheel? We have to steer history back on course, if you know what I mean. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
You'll have to steer clear of me first. I've sent Roland Roadbot on a detour through history. If you want to find out when and where the wheel was invented, you'll have to find these 4 clues. A pencil, a plow, a garden hose, and sunglasses.
Poor Roland Roadbot. We better put a roadblock in front of his mission. Let's get to work and find those 4 clues, or the inventor of the wheel's gonna be an fender bender before the fender was even invented. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm picking up a clue reading in the shrinking machine room. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the robot maze. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the music hall. There's another mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery. Feel like browsing through the virtual collection? Just click on the machine. Or go to the gallery in the back if you feel like creating your own work.
Well, Bootley, maybe you're smarter than you look. I have hidden one of the mission clues inside Daddy's virtual collection. What you have to do is figure out which of his great works of art I hid it in.
Give us a hint, Polly.
Quick, Snotley, what U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Peaches from Georgia are famous all around the world, and Georgia happens to be the first name of an artist whose portrait I love. Let's go. Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait. This portrait is a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings. Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting mysterious images of the desert landscape around her.
No. I interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you this.
I can't believe her. Just when you think you've finished a mission, she throws another obstacle at us. No problem. You can figure this one out.
Oh, this is a beautiful puzzle filled with things made by Native Americans. Some of my favorite pieces are here.
Great job! Now, bingo! Looks like the door is locked again. We'll have to figure out the password to open it. Hey, Beethoven!
No need to shout, Bartley. I'm here and ready to help, if you need it. City!
Great job! You're better at this than I am!
Lake!
You've got a real talent for this.
Park!
Terrific! We're almost in.
State!
Well, you got all the words. Now to unscramble the password. Easier said than done.
Correct! The password is places.
Polly-o, 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 Polly-o. We're ready.
You cannot stop me. Play this song, Dottley. I want to hear it like it was meant to be heard.
Click on the music tablet to play that tune.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the piece as you've arranged it, click on the play button on the instrument selector. You did it!
This song was written on top of Old Smoky. That's a lazy, hazy peak in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina.
And the beat goes on. Now pick up the mission clue and... No mission... Great! Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
I'm here to help if you need me.
Yeah. So I hid a mission clue in one of the specimens. Still, you'll never find it unless you can figure out this hint. Egbert uses the antennae of this small specimen to get better reception on his television.
Actually, I have a satellite dish. Shrimp. The shrimp is a small relative.
You think that...
Bon voyage, Botley. That's French, you know.
Tis a far better thing, Arthur! pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. I think we should go. No doubt about it. There's a clue in the robot. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right.
Fantastic! The robot made it through the maze. You are some slick programmer. Great! Ready for another spin of the wheel? Just click on the on button.
It's time to tune in and get clued in on Hollywood Squares. I'm your host, Monty Monitor. And this segment of the show will show you how to locate Roland Robot and bring him safely back home. Your first clue is a pencil. The pencil will tell you what your mission is all about. Pencils are not made from lead. They're made from graphite, a black substance related to coal. What's the most common color for the outside of pencils? Yes! Pencils were first painted yellow to make them easier to see on a desk covered with papers. Highway signs are painted yellow to make them stand out to drivers. Which of the following is not yellow for safety? Woo-woo! Yes! Ambulances are almost always white. White's the color of medicine. A siren lets you know it's coming. Which invention was absolutely necessary for the invention of the ambulance? Nope. Exactly. Without the invention of the wheel, there would be no ambulances, no cars, no bicycles.
The wheel is what your mission is all about.
Your second clue is a plow. The plow will tell you who invented the wheel. The world's first farmers used to drag a stick across their fields to loosen the dirt and create furrows for planting seeds. These were the world's first plows. What was the first animal to pull a plow? Ox, Ackley. The ox was the first animal ever used to pull a plow across a field. What do you call more than one ox? That's right. The plural of ox is oxen. By raising oxen on their farms, humans were able to plow large fields and create enough crops to feed whole towns and cities. Oxen were one of the first animals raised on farms. Who were the first to raise oxen? Good job! The Sumerians were the first to raise oxen to pull plows. They were also first to invent the wheel.
I wonder what the Sumerians are going to think of Roland Roadbot. I can't wait to see for myself.
Your third clue is a garden hose. It will tell you where your mission will take you. Garden hoses help keep plants and lawns watered when there's not enough rain to do the job. The world's first hoses were made from leather, but these days, garden hoses are made from plastic. Which of the following is not usually grown in gardens? Nope. Try. You are correct. Wheat is grown in large wheat fields because you need a lot of wheat to create flour. Which of the following is made from wheat? Yes! White bread is made from refined wheat. Not all bread is made from wheat, of course. The earliest farmers made bread from wild grass and other grains. Where was the world's first bread made? That's right! Between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the world's first farmers broke the world's first breads. The Sumerians lived in this same region.
Wheel of Fortune, we're almost there. All we need now is a year. What do you say, Monty?
Your fourth clue is a pair of sunglasses, and it will tell you when the wheel was invented. Sunglasses were not invented to make you look cool. They were invented to protect your eyes from the sun. Sunlight that reflects off of shiny surfaces is called what? That's it! When sunlight reflects off of the hood of a car, it creates an annoying glare that makes it hard to see. The glare of the sun is caused by the reflection of the sun. What else reflects the sun's light? Very good! The moon doesn't shine on its own. Moonshine is reflected sunshine. Around 5,000 years ago, the Sumerians measured the phases of the moon and created one of the first calendars. What year was this calendar created? That's right! The Sumerians came up with the calendar around 3000 BC, the same time they made the first wheel.
All right, we did it. We have all the info we need to stop Roland Roadbot from rolling back history. Before we take this trip back in time, can I just tell you how amazing I think you are? That said, grab the time key and let's move out. fasten your seatbelt and click on me when you're ready to go. All right, the Sumerians in the Middle East are about to invent the wheel. Rock and roll, we're off! What's that rolling robot hawking? Steering wheels? He's gotta be kidding! He's not kidding. It looks like Polly succeeded. The first wheel is a steering wheel, but there's no car. Hit the recall button and let's eject Roland from the driver's seat of history. Much better. The first wheel was used for spinning nice, round pots. It was a potter's wheel. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back. It does my CPU chip good to know that I've helped bring these guys back where they belong.
Well, good for you, Snotley. You rescued another one of your little friends. How sweet. But there are more where that one came from. I just hope you can rescue them in time.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. We can't... I really would rather start a mission than play around. Those robots are depending on us.
Today, when we drink milk, we usually drink cow's milk. But the world's first milk drinkers probably drank milk from goats. Goat's milk and even buffalo milk are still popular in countries all around the world. What makes milk safe to drink?
To make things safe to eat, you often have to heat them. You wash your hands with hot water before eating, right? So, just before milking, the farmer heats the cows gently. That way, the milk that comes out of them is safe to drink.
That's exactly right, Polly. Of course, it's quite expensive to heat cows every morning, and if anything does go wrong in the process, well, it's not very pleasant for the poor cows. But it's a small price to pay for safe milk.
A small price to pay, if you're not a cow. Holy smokes! If Polly gets her way, I don't even want to think about it. Point is, we gotta get moving and do something about it. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Oh, gee, Hotley, don't have a cow. Don't worry about those Guernseys. I've sent Rosebot back to teach farmers a thing or two about safe milk. These 4 clues could help you find him. An ice cube, a milk bottle, a menu, and a worm.
But Rosebot's the robot fireman who's gonna deal with short circuits. I'm feeling hot under the collar already. We simply must find those clues. Finding Rosebot means saving the world's cows. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen. There's also a mission clue in the music hall. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the robot maze. Is it too much to ask for people to leave the doors unlocked around here? Well, we can figure out the combination again.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! I'm growing weak with hunger. Okay, now the extra amount. Okay, now the extra...
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
Ten ones have been borrowed from the 10. Looks like the number on the bottom. 10 tens have been borrowed from the hundreds column.
All right, you got 2 locks. Just one more.
You mu-
You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're
Thank you so much. I couldn't eat another bite.
You did it! Man, Mort is one robust robot.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Stow that clue in your inventory for safekeeping. We've got a mission to complete. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the music hall. Of course the door's locked again. We'll have to get Beethoven to give us a hand with the password.
I'm not totally deaf, you know. Just let me know if you need a few pointers.
Read.
Great job! You're better at this than I am.
Right.
Man, you're really moving.
Stamp.
Great job! You're better at this than I am.
Mail.
You figured out all 4 words. Now, can you unscramble the password?
You are correct. The password is letter.
Hey, you got us in the door. Let's go. I hate to start this off on a sour note, but... Polly!
Very funny, Nutley. Now, if you want a mission clue, you'll have to play me this song. And I want it played perfectly, with feeling.
Click on the music.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the piece... You did it!
This song is called the Camptown Races. And 150 years ago, it was the numero uno song in America. Mrs. Beasley in the art gallery tells me that back then, everyone was whistling it.
Beautiful work. Now put the mission clue in your inventory so we can dance on out of here. This floor's empty. Let's try another one. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the professor's biosphere. Beneath the
You might call this a forget-me-nut. Which tree produces thanks to squirrels who like to bury its tasty nuts? A palm tree, a Brazil nut tree, a spruce. That was way too easy. I'm itching to just end this game here and now. Monkeys can spend many hours grooming each other trying to find what? Worms, fleas, or a bald spot. Sorry, but that's wrong. Don't get lazy. I'm making the questions much harder now. Which lazy animal hangs motionless in trees for 18 hours a day? A chimpanzee, a flying squirrel, or a sloth? Wait till next time. There's something fishy about the next question. Which animal provides fishermen with fishing line? A sea otter, a manta ray, or an orb-weaving spider? Just a lucky guess. Clearly, bees know which gender is the best. Which bee is the most important bee in the hive? A king bee, the queen bee, the worker bee? Just a lucky guess. Some animals are dancing fools. Unfortunately, you're just a fool, Gutley. Which animal communicates by dancing? A bear, a prairie dog, or a bee? Wait till next time.
Web Finder on.
That was nice work. Store the clue in your inventory and move on. No doubt about it, there's a clue in the robot maze. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys. It takes power to...
I think we should go. We need more juice. Just put the correct batteries in place. Way to go! You've completed the first ring, but you gotta hurry. You still have to get through the second ring. Wow, that was fast! Now hold on tight! Wasn't that cool? That was some jolt. We've got 100% energy now, so let's go save the world. Okay, terrific! Polly has nothing over you. Just put the... Welcome back to the Wheel of Invention. As our current champion, it's your turn to spin the wheel. Just click the on button.
Coming at you anytime, anywhere, I'm Monty Monitor, and this is Pollywood Squares. Today, we're on a 911 rescue mission to save none other than Roastbot, the robot fireman. Your first clue is an ice cube. The ice cube will show you what your mission is all about. Ever wonder why an ice cube cracks when you put it in your drink? It's because the air inside it starts expanding. Ice cubes are small blocks of ice. Ice was the world's first form of what? Chillin'! Before electric refrigerators were invented, people chilled things with large blocks of ice. Thousands of years ago, they used snow. Which of the following needs refrigeration to stay fresh? Of course! If you refrigerate milk, it lasts longer. Before milk gets to the store, it's sterilized to make it safer to drink. What's killed in the process of sterilization? That's right! Bacteria and viruses are tiny creatures called germs. Germs are the subject of this mission.
Bummer. We have to go back in time to when germs were discovered. We better wash our hands once we get back.
Your second clue is a milk bottle. It will tell you who discovered germs. Not so long ago, milkmen delivered bottles of milk to people's homes. Today, most milk is bought in stores. Milk bottles have largely been replaced by cartons. What still comes in glass bottles? Good! Beer and wine still come in glass bottles. Some traditions are less easy to break than glass. Which process puts alcohol into beer? No. Good going! Fermentation happens when yeast turns sugar into alcohol. Which scientist discovered fermentation? Yes, sirree! Louis Pasteur found out how yeast turns sugar into alcohol. He also proved that germs caused diseases. Before Pasteur, people didn't know for sure what caused disease.
Imagine devoting your life to exploring a world that's invisible to the naked eye. Keep going. I want to find out more about this Louis Pasteur character.
Your third clue is a menu. The menu will help you find out where in the world germs were discovered. A menu is a list of dishes available to eat at a restaurant. Many menus start off with a list of appetizers, followed by main courses, then dessert. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. Where would you find a menu? Of course! A cafe is a small restaurant that serves a limited menu. Cafes get their name from a word that means what? That answer was good to the last drop. Cafes used to be coffee houses. That's how they got their name. Where in the world do they say cafe instead of coffee? That's right! The French word for coffee is café. It was in France where Pasteur discovered germs.
Merci, Monsieur Monitor. We've got one clue to go. Hang in there, you're doing great.
Your fourth clue is a worm. The worm will tell you when in history your mission takes place. 200 years ago, doctors used worms to cure the sick. they'd put blood-sucking leeches on your skin and wait for them to drink the bad blood. Which animal can eat 20 worms in a single day? You're flying now! Robins are small birds famous for cementing their nests with mud. Which legendary figure named Robin stole from the rich and gave to the poor? Go, kid, go! Stories of the virtuous Robin Hood are the stuff of legends. Robin Hood and his gang of thieves reportedly lived in England in Sherwood Forest. Robin Hood lived during the Middle Ages. Which of the following years was not in the Middle Ages? Correct, Amundo. The Middle Ages lasted from about 400 to 1500. Long after the Middle Ages in 1865, Pasteur discovered that germs caused disease.
That wraps it up. Our mission to rescue Rosebot, the robot fireman, and protect Louis Pasteur's discovery. If we're not successful, the history of milk will go sour. Before we take this trip back in time, can I just tell you how amazing I think you are? That said, grab the time key and let's move out. Well, this is it. The journey into time. Click on me to start the trip. Wash your hands after this trip. We're going to France over 100 years ago, and Louis Pasteur is about to discover germs. Voila! Louis Pasteur is about to figure out a way to sterilize milk. But who's that peeking in the window? It's Rosebot! Oh no! Rosebot is heating up the cow! That's not how you sterilize milk. Hit the recall button. What a relief, especially for the cow. Pasteur invented pasteurization. You heat the milk to kill the germs. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. Ah, there's no place like home. Press the back button. Back at the robot roost, and we've added another robot to the collection.
I can't believe you're still bothering me. Well, here are more questions. Not that you'll be able to make any sense of them.
Okay, pick up the quiz disc and click on the inventory. That's the only way to see what more is in store for us. Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory. There's plenty of cool things to do on this floor, but I can't enjoy myself while there are robots lost in time. Click on the inventory to start a mission.